Aries, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to dive right in and get your current energy. What's influencing you? What do you need to focus on? And your past? Your strength? Your near future? What else do you need to know? What else is influencing this? Your hopes or fears? And your potential outcome? So this video is available on TikTok at Tarot with Michelle and on YouTube and Rumble, Tarot and Astrology with Michelle. So looking here, bottom of the deck, I am getting the King of Swords. Sorry, the lighting is really bad because I have a storm that's coming through. And so I'm doing my best to try and remove the glare from the light. So the King of Swords showing up here at the bottom indicates a lot of clarity. I'm also getting the word success. So whatever it is that you're seeing clearly feels like it gave you the information that you needed in order to do something. And I'm getting success connected to whatever it is that you did. Okay, so that clarity feels like it's also tied to your intuition. So whatever information you were receiving, whether it was a download or some sort of message here, it was received loud and clear. And it feels like it could have been a message from your higher self or your spirit guides. It could have been through signs and synchronicities. But however the information was communicated to you, the King of Swords is telling me that you really understood exactly what it meant. You ingested it, made it part of your decision-making process, really considered that as part of all the information available to you. And in your current energy, I'm getting the Six of Swords, and it gave you the strength and the power to move away from something here, because it does. It feels like you're moving away from something, whatever this is, because it feels like you're moving towards something calmer, more stable, more grounded. I'm getting the Moon here, which is your intuition. It's all about your emotions. But it feels like what you're moving towards is more go with the flow, not any extremes. So if you just exited a cycle where there were a lot of extremes, that's not what's taking place going forward. You're moving away from that cycle altogether. You're actually moving to something that feels more stable, kind of that normal go with the flow, not a lot of deviation, that kind of energy. And when I look at what you need to focus on here, I'm getting the Empress with the Ace of Swords. Now the Empress is Venus, and so the ruler of relationships, and the Ace of Swords, clarity. But what I'm getting here is focusing on yourself, focusing on what you love and value about yourself. There's something about the strength and the clarity in all the information that you received. It's helping to raise your vibration here. Because regardless of your gender, the Empress is coming across as you. Something about knowing your worth and value and recognizing that if something doesn't align, or maybe it's a person, a situation, it just did not meet your standards, or were almost like belittling you, trying to find the right way to articulate this. It feels a lot like just somebody didn't respect and honor who you are. And you're moving on, whether it was a person, that could have been a situation, those still apply to a situation. So it feels like you're moving away from something like that, something that just didn't fit, wasn't in your best interest to pursue. And the universe is saying, keep focusing on that. Keep reminding yourself of your own worth and value, what you love and honor about yourself. Keep moving in that direction, the one towards calmer waters. In the past here, I am getting the King of Pentacles. Now the King of Pentacles is coming through as a person or a situation, somebody who really dug their heels in and said, you know what, this is how things are going to be. I've built this. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. And I'm getting the sense here that you're actually moving on from whatever this King of Pentacles represents. Could be a person, could be a situation. But whatever it was, I'm getting like a stuck, stagnant, not open to making any kind of modifications. So again, you're moving away from all of this, which feels really good. It also feels really right for you. Because your strength here is the Nine of Cups, and this is going after what you want. I love this. Whatever it is that's happening right now, it feels like you're very driven and motivated to focus on your future. Focus on the life that you want to live, your goals and dreams. And then I've got the Death card showing up here in the near future. So endings and new beginnings. Love that. Because you really are creating a new beginning here. And so when I look at how the universe is shaping the situation, I'm getting the Eight of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Wands it's a very quick energy, fast forward movement, and it feels like whatever action that you're taking, you're not hesitating at all. Not with the Eight of Wands, not even with the Six of Swords. The Five of Pentacles is leaving something behind. And so that all feels connected to the death and rebirth here. And so when I look in your hopes or fears and I see the Hierophant showing up, so the Hierophant, it's Taurus. It's a card of marriage. I'm also getting a lot of stability here. So the Empress is actually the ruler of Hierophant in astrology. So Venus is the ruler of Taurus here. And that's what I'm picking up on. A lot of stabilizing things. You must have exited some sort of really chaotic period with the way the energy is coming through, because I'm getting the exact opposite in the direction that you're moving. Things feel much more calm, grounded, stable, but in a positive way. One that allows for growth and expansion, not one that is so rigid that you feel like, oh my God, I have to break free. It feels like you're moving in a much healthier direction. Four of Swords showing up here in your outcome. And so that Four of Swords is healing. It's taking a step back, giving yourself an opportunity to rest, recover, and heal. So after this kind of ending and new beginning, it looks like you're just kind of healing. But let's see what else we get. Tell me about that Six of Swords here with the Moon. Judgment. You're going through a rebirth. Between the Death card and the Judgment card, I'm getting very similar energy, and it feels like what you're doing is you're learning to trust yourself, your intuition, focusing here on what you love and value about yourself and not letting anybody tear you down or try to hold you back. Tell me about the Empress here and the Ace of Swords. Strength. So that Leo energy showing up here. So keep reminding yourself of what you're capable of achieving, because you've done a lot. You're still capable of much more. It's just that reminder of how far you've come. That's what I'm getting here with the Strength card, that digging deep, finding that inner strength to keep moving forward, to not let yourself get caught up in an old cycle or kind of fall back into an old way. This King of Pentacles is almost coming through as like a devil type of energy, but take it as it resonates for you, because it's not actually coming through as a devil, at least not yet. Let's get that King of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune, divine timing. Something happened here, because I'm getting this kind of click into place. You started focusing on yourself, what you need. There's also something about your self-worth and value that's connected here to the past. It feels like when things started clicking into place, that this wasn't the situation for you, or maybe even the person for you. This feels like an epiphany of some sort, where you started recognizing, you know what? I deserve better. I'm worth more than this. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to do what I need to do to get myself out of the situation, allow for my own rebirth to take place, and move on. And that's exactly how this is playing out. So with that Nine of Cups here, I'm getting the King of Wands. And so the King of Wands, it's interesting because I have almost all of the kings out here, and all of the kings together are the Emperor, your card. And so interesting here that I'm getting a lot of action, taking some sort of action. So the King of Wands with the Nine of Cups, your kind of motivation and inspiration for all of this movement, the new beginning, the rebirth, it's because you're focused on what you want and you know you deserve it. You're worthy of this. And so keep going down this path. Tell me about that Death card. Knight of Cups. So going after what you want. I love that. The endings and the new beginnings. It just feels like you're very focused on the future. You're not interested in anything here from the past. Tell me about that Eight of Wands. Nine of Cups. Yeah, you're going after exactly what you want here. I love this. Your energy is very straightforward, very direct. Tell me about that Five of Pentacles, because it feels like you're being very direct right now, very much a fire energy. We've got the Fool showing up here, clarifying that Five of Pentacles and the outside influence. And so what the universe is doing here is it's setting you up for success. It's giving you an opportunity to create the new beginning that you really want, one that leaves the past behind. You're very future oriented, and you get to decide with the Nine of Cups out here twice and the Fool card how this plays out. Tell me about the Hierophant. Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is you moving on from a situation that just doesn't work for you anymore. Now the King of Pentacles, take it as it resonates, could be like an ex an ex-spouse, or maybe somebody that you thought you would end up marrying. But it feels like you're leaving that person behind. And really what you're looking for is something more stable, more grounded. And right now you seem to be really focused on yourself and your rebirth, your healing process, letting go of the past, doing whatever is necessary to leave it behind so you can focus on the future here. Tell me about that Four of Swords. Two of Wands. You're healing. And this is also interesting. You are so future oriented in this reading that nothing from the past is going to be able to pull you back, because the Two of Wands and the Four of Swords, all the healing work that you're doing, all of this time that you're just really focusing on yourself, you're looking at real opportunity and potential. And I'm getting the sense here that you're not going to hesitate when it comes to taking an action. If you see something showing up and you think, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I want, that's my dream, I'm going to go down this path, I don't get any hesitation from you at all. In fact, I'm getting a lot of that king energy, that very action oriented, let's do something about this, not just think about it, but actually do something about it. So Aries, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.